Welcome to Focus on Suppliers. I'm Leila Davidson.
And I'm Jared Davis. You know what? If you're a supplier and you're trying to land the Walmart account, you've got a brand new idea, or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, this is going to be a fantastic show. We have got a great lineup of guests. I want to tell you about one of my personal heroes. And I didn't even know he was a hero until he came on the show, but it's Mr. Ray DuStar. Ray is one of these great entrepreneurs. He actually went to the store to buy something that didn't exist. And so he developed it himself. He started a relationship with Walmart. You're going to love his story. His enthusiasm is just contagious.
We also talked to some great women entrepreneurs that just found a need in the market and filled it with innovative products. That's what I think is so inspiring.
You know, one of the neat things is when you're a supplier and you have a successful online business and then you transition to brick and mortar, there's so many things you have to think about. So Greg Zimmerman from Cascade Manufacturing is going to give us his insight.
Yeah, it is really tricky to make that transition, but it's important.
Focus on Suppliers starts now.
Focus on Suppliers, brought to you by 8th and Walton, where suppliers learn fast and grow, and sponsored in part by Saatchi & Saatchi X, Case Stack, and other outstanding companies.
Walmart's recent Made in the USA open call brought in a variety of new suppliers to meet the Walmart buying team. One lucky Walmart buyer gets to meet my next guest. It's Ray DuStar, who is CEO and founder of Boost. I'm very excited to have you here,
Hey,
Ray.
thanks, Jared. I appreciate that. That's a great intro.
The thing I admire most about you is you're just not out there pitching product. You are a walking success story of the benefits of proper juicing. Tell us a little bit about how this has worked for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I live and breathe this thing, and I'm also a big fresh vegetable juicer as well. So for me, it all started when I wanted to make a difference in my health, and my cholesterol was high, and I realized I need to make some changes in my diet. So one of the changes I made was I added fresh vegetable juicing to my diet, but then once I got those juices analyzed, they were low in vitamins, surprisingly. So vegetables don't contain enough vitamins that you need on a daily basis. So I was supplementing that by popping pills, and I was taking a handful of pills every day. I got several of them stuck in my throat, and if anybody's had that happen, it's not a pleasant experience. So one random day, I took the pills, I crushed them up on my counter, and I dissolved it in the juice, and I drank it. And not only did I not get it stuck, I didn't feel nauseous, and I felt like $1 million. So I did that for a week, and then I realized what I needed was a supplement for my juice, but then now it's evolved to basically a liquid multivitamin to take the place of any type of pill form or any type of gummy vitamin.
You touched on people who are taking vitamins and supplements and so forth. And one thing I wanted to ask you about is really your consumer education.
Sure.
Is that a struggle to kind of educate people on the importance of taking their vitamins and minerals in a liquid form, since we're so used to just popping pills all the time?
Yeah, that's a big part of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you understand that, hey, listen, if you are going to use vitamins as a supplement, and I want to stress that for a minute, you should use vitamins as a supplement, not a replacement. I'm not about somebody saying, hey, I'm going to eat whatever I want, I'm not going to exercise, and I'll take this product, even if it's my product, and it's going to make me feel amazing. That doesn't work. There's no magic pill out there, or even no magic liquid, to be honest with you. So you've got to eat healthy, you've got to exercise, and then when it comes to vitamins, here's the example I use. Think about a cup of coffee in the mornings, or even a glass of wine at night. So you get that liquid absorption, you feel the caffeine or the alcohol respectively, and when you take that on a relatively empty stomach, that liquid bypasses the digestion process, gets into your bloodstream, and it gets down to a cellular level. That's what we did with Boost.
Let's talk a little bit about Boost, because you're here talking to the Walmart buying team. When you look at the Walmart shelves right now, what is Boost going to help fill in the gap for the consumer?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that excited me was when I walked 5 or 6 Walmart stores in California, there is no liquid vitamin. There is no play that fits someone's need for a vitamin product that is not a pill or a gummy. And a lot of people don't like the gummies because they're very heavy in sugars, and they've also got a lot of fillers and binders with it. The pills, as I said, a lot of people get stuck, a lot of people get nauseous from that process. And then it's all about the absorption, and that's where the consumer understanding needs to come in. Liquid vitamins absorb at 98% versus only 10 to 20% for pills. And that's a medical fact from the physician's desk reference. So that's not something we made up. So that's what got me excited. Plus, we're made in the USA healthy. So everything is made in California right now. And, you know, it's a great product that's filling a need that Walmart currently is not giving their consumer. So I'm excited.
All right, Ray, we wish you a lot of luck with the Walmart buying team. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Jared.
Hi, we are here with Melody Hsieh-Hornstra, the founder and designer inventor of Mobo Cruiser, and she has an amazing success story to share with us today. Hi, Melody. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Good. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
We're excited to hear your story, and in part because I think that here in Northwest Arkansas, if you're not familiar, we have a great tradition of success stories, entrepreneurial success stories that rise from humble beginnings. So I would love for you to tell us a little bit about your personal story.
So people will wonder, like, I don't look like a bike person. So, why you start with a bike? So I would say it's because since I grew up with no toys, no Barbie, no Legos, and not even bicycles, it's auto pictures. So that's why I feel like, creating a mobile cruiser that I can provide that excitement, fun, first ride experience for all the kids, and they can remember that.
When did you come to the United States?
When I was 17.
When you were 17. And did you know the language, or what was that like?
Well, coming here with knowing one apple a day.
Okay.
Keep a doctor away.
Okay.
Okay, so no English, so that's one of a challenging language barrier is issue, but I overcome. I understand the education is very important, so I continue my educations. I graduated from UC Riverside, and then eventually I get an MBA from USC.
That's incredible. So those are huge accomplishments, each on their own, and then combined, and then founding this company. I can imagine that you have encountered many challenges along the way. So what is your advice for overcoming challenges in business and in life?
I think especially for startups, sometimes they come with no purpose, they just follow the trend. So I believe, you have to come with a purpose and have a vision and also have mission. So what does that mean? For purpose, they have to know why they were doing that. And then for vision is how far they want to go. For mission is how are you going to do it? So I think that's the three things you have to ask yourself. A lot of time people just jump into the whatever's fat trending item out there and then just jumping on it. Sometimes I was making big mistake when I did that.
Tell us one big mistake that you made.
So that was when I was starting up the business, and the scooter was really, really hot. And then people chased me, now I chase them. That's different.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so our business was so high, it was too high. And then because I was tracing the trend and then the fats, so suddenly my products become a closeout business. I'm a closeout products, and I'm in the closeout business because back then my purpose is whatever is hot, I will do. Whatever make money, I will do. So that is wrong purpose.
I love that. That's great advice. And so with that in mind, we know that you're going to continue to go further. What motivates you now, and what's next for Mobo Cruiser?
What motivates me now is that when I see a smile on the kid's face, I'm satisfied. My heart is all for kids. And the next product, next chance, not next chance, but what is the next for us is that we want to create fun and exciting products for the kids that they can have fun, they can always remember. Innovation.
I love your message of purpose and working hard, working smart. I think this is a good message for everyone to hear, and I really thank you for being here, Melody.
Don't miss our new fun podcast, the 8th and Walton Conference Call.
Shopper expectations have changed. Digital technologies have created a world where shoppers expect to find everything available online, to have their choices made easier with relevant suggestions, and to know they're getting the best deal. Suppliers must deliver on demands of today, but also try to get ahead of technologies that will affect future shopping behavior. Because what's emerging today will be mainstream before we know it. Take conversational commerce. Increasingly, we rely on our devices to respond to our verbal commands. According to Google, 20% of all searches are now voice activated. And some projections say that by 2020, voice search is expected to be at 50%. Another trend to pay attention to is augmented and virtual reality. As these emerging technologies are adopted and scaled, they will no doubt begin to play a larger role in the path to purchase. In 5 years, all the e-commerce fundamentals will be able to be performed by smart machines. Humans will be busy working through the next evolution of shopping. We may not know what technology is coming next, but we can act on what is in the early stages today. And most importantly, no matter the tech or the channel, we can create great micro experiences for omni shoppers who will be shopping everywhere all the time.
While it is always important for retailers to have items in stock, back-to-school shoppers are particularly influenced by their confidence in whether a store will have these items available. For more retail tips, visit iriworldwide.com/retail.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
Are you a single parent with dreams of earning a degree or professional certification? Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas empowers families in Carroll, Madison, and Washington counties to become financially independent. A better, brighter future can be yours. Apply today at singleparentscholarshipfundnwa.org.
Paul Estel, attorneys at law. With 7 offices nationwide, including Northwest Arkansas, we are a full-service business law firm assisting clients with their corporate, employment, and real estate legal needs. For more information, visit hallestel.com.
What if you created a town today? What would that town stand for? What matters and what would stand out? And where would you find this new town? Bentonville, Arkansas. Visit Bentonville, a new American town.
Hey suppliers, are you feeling confused? Does Retail Link have you a little frustrated? Or does your tight deadline get you stressed? Well, good news. You can get retail questions answered fast. In fact, you could do it right now. 8th and Walton Merchant Advisors are standing by to help you. It's all from your keyboard or your phone. Chat now at 8thandwalton.com/chat or call 479-715-6700.
The best supplier stories are suppliers that develop their own products and then bring them to market. And we've got an excellent example of that today as my next guest. Jody and Harry Shackleford are here, and they are the developers of Rocket Shot. Great to see you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Now, Harry, how did you come up with the idea for the Rocket Shot?
Well, I was sitting at my kitchen table, remembering back when I was younger, I used to do a lot of shooting. I like to shoot things out of the air. Mm-hmm. And I had family members and friends that would throw things for me. And I guess I overdone a lot of that because Mom would quit coming around so much. But anyway, I thought of this thing, and he came along, and I told him about it, and he liked it. So the rest of it's really his. He pushes stuff.
So Jody, he comes to you with this idea. What do you do next as far as developing this? And did you know it was going to be a hit right away?
I felt like right away it was a hit idea. That's why I got really excited about it. The concept that, because we love to shoot. So you shoot something, it goes in the air, then you shoot that. Like, I never heard of that before. Mm-hmm. So that really got it, sounded exciting. And we just started making models of this thing in our kitchen table until we sold a few and made a little money and went to some trade shows and we're selling out at trade shows, and it seemed like a snowball effect of, this is really a thing. People like this.
And then somewhere along the way, you got hooked up with Daisy. That had to be very exciting. Tell us about the meeting with Daisy.
Well, we reached out to Daisy. I just, I emailed the CEO, and sometimes you send out an email, you don't know what's going to happen, but they got back to me, and they thought it was a cool idea, and they actually flew to our town and shot in our backyard with us, and, they shot the cans, and it was just a good time.
Now, what is it like to be part of the family business? Because you guys have worked together on this, so long. How does that change the dynamic being a successful supplier?
Well, I think whenever we have differences of opinion, it makes it easier to work out. We usually just let him win. But it's a good time, and we get to spend time together, and so it just makes it so much more fun than having a business with, maybe somebody else that's not so close to you.
And we were talking about the business partnership and kind of what's next for Rocket Shot. This has been so successful. I know you've got some other things in the pipeline. What can we expect for the next, couple of years?
Well, Grandpa keeps telling me that we really want to be a target company. We don't just want to be a one-product company. And so we've got some really exciting new designs that aren't out in the marketplace. I think that, air guns are a real amazing niche, and people really have fun doing this, but you've seen the same old stuff for so many years. And so we've got some really, really interesting mechanical things that move and react, and it just keeps you engaged. Even some electronic things that no one's ever seen. Oh. So, Jody, for anyone who's watching the show that, is inspired, they want to go out, they want to bring their product to market, what advice do you have, to avoid some bumps that maybe you experienced along the way? I would say, develop a good product, know what you want to do with it, and once you get something developed, don't be scared to reach out to people. Don't be scared to send those emails. Make those phone calls, and go to trade shows where there are people who have to do with your industry, and shake those hands and really just make those contacts. Networking is so important. That's what's been a big benefit for us. We appreciate you guys being here and sharing your story. Harry, Jody, thank you so much. Come back and see us again. Jared, thank you. Appreciate it. Connecting with the customer is something that we all struggle with, but we've got some great information for you from our next guest. It is Marissa Sergey with Redhead Brands. She's CEO and founder, and we're going to talk a little guerrilla marketing and how to elevate your brand without necessarily breaking the bank. Marissa, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about you first. How did Redhead Brands start?
It's a little crazy story, but I am a third-generation winemaker. My grandparents immigrated here from Italy with only a suitcase and a dream. So I wanted to embrace their sacrifice and really take any opportunity that I can in America. And I continued the family legacy of winemaking at Cornell University. So I have a Bachelor of Science degree of the science of winemaking. It's called viticulture and enology.
And I know as a third-generation entrepreneur, you're very, very connected to your core customer. One of the things I was reading that you'd said, I think in an article, was that 78% of wine purchases in a grocery store are made by the female customer. When you have that information, how do you take it and then connect with her at the shelf?
Great question. I like to say I'm uniquely qualified because I am a woman and I am targeting Redhead to millennials and specifically millennial women. Mm-hmm. So I really tried to use marketing tactics that would appeal to myself, and I ask my friends and run a little test market because I really want to be authentic and not really market to my customer, but I want to provide value with the information I'm throwing out there.
A lot of times when we think of marketing today, we jump right to social media. You got to get your brand out there, elevate your brand on social media. What are some of the other things that you've been able to do to really take Redhead Brands to your customer?
Yes, I like to use social media as my crutch, not relying on it, but of course being out there is very important. I have a Redhead Wine vanity tag on my car, so it's RHD Wine, but around the license plate it has my website and the name of my company. So if you're bored in traffic, you will be seeing maybe the Redhead Wine license plate, and maybe your passenger or yourself will Google it later when you are not driving, of course. I have a Poshmark account, so it's where you sell some used or unused clothing that's in great condition. And every customer that's purchased from me, I thank them with a nice Redhead branded thank you note and explain to them that I'm using the funds received to fund my startup, Redhead Wine. So my dream is to have a national brand one day. So maybe the person who bought my dress in Iowa or California, New York, will know Redhead when they see it on shelves one day.
So you're putting that personal touch with the customer into your marketing. And I know recently you were with the Walmart Made in America Summit, and that went very well. Will you tell us a little bit about your experience with Walmart?
Absolutely. Best experience of my life so far. I'm only 23 years old, and being able to pitch a company I started as my capstone project to graduate from Cornell on the national stage at Walmart was an amazing time. I mean, the Walmart associates were so welcoming and helpful. It really made the process and me visiting Arkansas for the first time definitely one of a kind and a relaxing, a little anxious experience because I wanted to do well, but it was definitely something I enjoyed.
And really quick, what's coming up next for Redhead Brands?
Maybe a line extension in the future, a reserve label, but it's definitely going to be a lot more dry compared to my current Redhead Red Blend, which I like to say is sweet and spicy, but not too sweet, just like a redhead.
Marissa, thank you so much for stopping by and telling us more about elevating the brand.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back.
Suppliers, get the latest retail news 24/7 at Walmart News Now.
K-Stack, the leader in collaborative retail consolidation programs. We offer the supply chain expertise needed to navigate the challenges of selling products with the world's largest retailers. And we provide customers with a customizable, scalable, environmentally sustainable supply chain with the same advanced technology typically used by larger rivals. By leveling the playing field, K-Stack lowers distribution costs and increases overall margins. K-Stack, retail logistics is what we do.
While it is always important for retailers to have items in stock, back-to-school shoppers are particularly influenced by their confidence in whether a store will have these items available. For more retail tips, visit iriworldwide.com/retail.
Are you a single parent with dreams of earning a degree or professional certification? Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas empowers families in Carroll, Madison, and Washington counties to become financially independent. A better, brighter future can be yours. Apply today at singleparentscholarshipfundnwa.org.
All Estel attorneys at law, with 7 offices nationwide, including Northwest Arkansas. We are a full-service business law firm assisting clients with their corporate, employment, and real estate legal needs. For more information, visit hallestel.com.
Hey suppliers, are you feeling confused? Does Retail Link have you a little frustrated? Or does your tight deadline get you stressed? Well, good news. You can get retail questions answered fast. In fact, you could do it right now. 8th and Walton Merchant Advisors are standing by to help you. It's all from your keyboard or your phone. Chat now at 8thandwalton.com/chat or call 479-715-6700.
We are here today with Loria Oliver. So excited to have her here. She's a good friend of mine, also a successful entrepreneur and inventor locally. She is the founder and inventor of the Tote. Loria, so excited to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Of course. I want to get right into the innovative aspect of your product. So sometimes that can be a little confusing for consumers when there's something so new and different to the market.
Yes.
How do you go about educating that consumer?
Videos have been so valuable for us because our product works in a multifunctional way. So it can be used as a backseat organizer in your car and then zipped up and worn as a backpack and held as a tote bag. So having that video that goes along with our static photo means the world to show our customer how our product works.
So then with shoppers, are they engaging with this video on a YouTube channel? Is it in store? How do you get that video to the shopper?
So we have a YouTube channel, and then also through our social media sites, we post the videos there and on our website.
Great. And any other ways that you recommend entrepreneurs get to connect with their consumers or shoppers?
I think a lot of in-store visits. I do a lot of pop-ups with my retail partners, and that's been great because I've gotten to really engage with my customer that may feel like they have a relationship with me online, and we bring it to person, and that's awesome for me and for them.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen you on Facebook at a number of retail outlets. So that kind of leads me to my next question, which would be, I think the environment where shoppers are encountering your product is a little bit different than the suppliers we talk to every day. They're on a big mass retail shelf. So how is the experience of the shopper different in that environment?
I think it's different because when you walk into a smaller boutique, you're probably dealing directly with that boutique owner. And so that owner is responsible for buying all the merchandise plus marketing their store, knowing how it's going to work for you as the customer. And so I think that's one of the big differences. It's more of a personal experience.
So what can our larger retail friends learn from that smaller retailer environment?
I think that whoever you have on the floor helping with sales and customer service, for them to know the products inside out. For someone to be able to walk in and say, I love this. I have a child who's 3. Will this work for them? I love this. I have a child who's a tween. Will it work for them?
Yeah, that's great advice. I think it's tough to put into place, but great advice and a great goal to have. So being an entrepreneur, not an easy road. What are some of the largest challenges that you have overcome?
I think just learning to be patient through the process. Product development is not an overnight process. You have to really finesse what you're doing, get multiple prototypes, feedback, and then be ready to launch and wait, especially if you're in the patent pending stage like we are.
Oh, yeah, waiting's hard, but it's important.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Loria.
Thank you for having me.
Walmart's recent Made in the USA open call was a chance for new suppliers to pitch their products to the Walmart buying team. And we have one of those suppliers here with us today. Greg Zimmerman is product sales and marketing lead for Cascade Manufacturing. Greg, it's great to have you here with us.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So Cascade Manufacturing has a great established relationship with contractors. What led the company to take their shelving brackets to the retail level?
So, yeah, we took our brackets and we put them in a few online channels to see if they would be positively received, and we found that they were. We had a lot of great customer feedback, and as a result of that, we were able to come up with new offerings, tailor our designs, and really find out what customers are looking for.
One of the things that you just mentioned was, everything that you're doing with the customers and researching the customers. And when we were talking off camera, I know you are a data freak. You love getting into the weeds and finding out more about what the consumer wants. Mm-hmm. What has been sort of the biggest surprise for you in looking at your consumer data?
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise for us was when we were talking about coming out with a new product. It turned our marketing completely upside down. We develop a product and say, we're going to call it X because we think that sounds great for whatever reason. But really what we found is, after doing research for keywords, what will people search online to find our product? How will they do that? And then tailoring not only the product name itself, but the entire marketing plan around that keyword research is really, our online business is very successful as a result.
So when you're looking at that data and you're drilling down to that customer, what are the things that you're learning? Because I'm sure that the do-it-yourself, project person is really obsessed with these new designs and the sleek consumer offerings. So what are you learning about the new ways that they're using your brackets?
Yeah, we're finding that they're being used in applications that we never dreamed or imagined when we came out with the products originally. So they're high-quality stainless steel, very corrosion resistant. So we're finding them being used in marine environments, saltwater environments, chlorine environments. We have a manufacturer that makes diving pedestals, and he needed supports for a shelf so you can get on the pedestal itself, and we worked with him on a custom application and came out with a new product as a result of that dialogue back and forth. Also in our research and talking to customers, in addition to stainless steel, white and black are very popular as well. So yeah, we're just learning a lot about what are people wanting in their storage.
Well, Greg, we wish you a lot of luck in your meetings with Walmart. Have some fun, and please come back and see us again sometime.
Will do. Thank you.
Connect with us online. Follow 8th and Walton on Facebook. Get retail questions answered fast. 8th and Walton Merchant Advisors are standing by to help you. Chat now at 8thandwalton.com/chat.
Our guests enjoy staying at the 21C Museum Hotel and hosting dinner, meetings, and product launches there.
I think looking back on this show, this is one of my favorites that we've ever done because it's not only inspiring to the supplier out there who's trying to get the Walmart account, but it's also to the prospective entrepreneur. I loved all these great stories that we heard this week.
I agree. I love a good rags to riches or American dream story, and we certainly got that with Melody. I mean, coming to the States, not even knowing English, like, how do you aspire to have such success? It's wonderful.
Well, another wonderful thing is where they're getting their inspiration. I was very, very touched to find out how much the grandparents and that whole generation played into motivating these young entrepreneurs to kind of go on and chase their dreams. And I also love how Walmart has taken such a great interest, not only in just American-made products, but in bringing jobs to America. And that was what part of the whole New Supplier Summit was all about. So great to see many of our entrepreneurs part of that initiative.
Yeah, I love it. And I think we'll see many more to come and inspired from all types of places.
Exactly. And we'll see you next week.